the expressions of sin A by 2 and cos A by 2 in terms of sin A. Using this, we will be finding sin 9 degree, or else whatever the degree that we know earlier, half of the angle we can find, like submultiple angle, remember, A by 2, A by 3 and all. Okay. Now, first let us take this sin A by 2 plus cos A by 2. Okay. So, throughout this session, we will be writing sin A by 2 as S, cos A by 2 as C. That short form and all I will tell you when it comes. Now, instead of calculating this, we will calculate whole square of this. What happens when you square this? You will be having sin square A by 2 plus cos square A by 2 plus 2 sin A by 2 cos A by 2, right? What is value of sin square A by 2 plus cos square A by 2? It is 1 plus you will be having sin square theta plus cos square theta, it is 1. Then 2 sin A by 2 cos A by 2, submultiple angle formula, remember? What is sin 2 theta formula, man? It is 2 sin theta cos theta, right? Okay. Now you replace theta as theta by 2, then you will get sin A is equal to 2 sin A by 2. Now we have the exact same. So that is sin A, right? Similarly, now what is the value of sin A by 2 plus cos A by 2? We will take square root. The square goes to the other side, we will take square root. Just taking square root on both sides. Not only simply square root, it is plus or minus root of 1 plus sin. Likewise, similarly, sin A by 2 minus cos A by 2. What you will get? Sin square A by 2 plus cos square A by 2 minus 2 sin A by 2 cos A by 2. Is it or not? A minus B whole square. Okay. Now, instead of 1 plus sin A, what we will get? 1 minus sin A. Okay. So, take this as equation 1, take this as equation 2. Now, what we are about to find? Sin A by 2 in terms of sin A, cos A by 2 in terms of sin A. What we have here is sin A by 2 plus cos A by 2. Clearly, these 1 and 2 equations are, first equation, second equations are what? Linear equations, can be solved easily. When you add these two, what you will get? This cos A by 2 will get cancelled. You will be having 2 sin A by 2, that equals plus or minus root of 1 plus sin A plus or minus root of 1 minus sin A, right? Then that is the value of sin A by 2. Sorry, sin A by 2 means this 2 has to be transposed to the other side. Root of 1 minus sin. Okay. Now, let it be like this. Then 1 minus 2, what you will get? Here minus, here plus will come. Here also plus or minus, it will change as minus or plus. When you multiply with minus. No, both are not same. Plus or minus is different, minus or plus is different. Plus or minus, first to plus, next to minus. Minus or plus, first to minus, next to plus. That is how it will change. Okay. See, when you add these two will get cancelled. rather we will get 2 cos, it is plus or minus root of 1 plus sin A minus or plus root of, we have arrived at our answers. Look, sin A by 2 cos A by 2 in terms of sin A we got, but there is a problem. When here plus or minus means this 2 choice, this has 2 choice. So totally how many choice? This plus that plus, or this plus that minus, this minus that plus, or this minus that minus. Totally 4 choices we have. Among this, which is true? When to choose what? We don't know. We have to figure it out. How do we have to figure it out? By getting the range for this A by 2. How do we find this A by 2? We'll take this expression, sin A by 2 plus cos A by 2, the first equation. Okay. From the first equation, we have sin A by 2 plus cos A by 2. In this expression, I am not going to use this one. We are going to find the range of A by 2. Okay. Now multiply 1 root 2 and divide 1 root 2 in both numerator and denominator. Why root 2 specifically means, like the same quantity has to be multiplied. I am going to equate this to the formula sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. So the sin and cos value should be same, so that we will get the same value here. A and B we can choose. What value is same for sin A and B? Sorry, sin theta and cos theta? It's 45 degree, 1 by root 2. So when 1 by root 2 is here, we can use that is either A sin A or cos B. Either way we can use. That is why I am multiplying that. Now this root 2 into 1 by root 2 sin A by 2 plus 1 by root 2 cos A by 2. So sin A cos B we want, right? 1 by root 2, sorry, in the 1 by root 2 we have to change. Sin A, I will fix it at sin A by 2. Instead of this 1 by root 2, I am going to write cos pi by 4. Okay. Plus cos A sin B. A we fixed as A by 2. So cos A by 2 into sin pi by 4. Okay. Then root 2 into, this is what? Sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. Sin A plus B. Is it or not? Man, sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. What is the formula? Sin A plus B. What is sin A plus B? A is A by 2, B is pi by 4. Okay. Now it is enough to find the range of A by 2 using this. How do we find? Have we copied this side? Make it first. Write first. This side around. I will explain once again. You just listen. We are going to express the value of sin A by 2 and cos A by 2 in terms of sin A. For that, I will be taking sin A by 2 plus cos A by 2. Both together only you can find as a whole square. When you square it, we have A square plus B square plus 2AB form. So A square plus B square means sin square A by 2 cos square A by 2. It is 1. And this is 2AB part. 2AB part means using that formula. What formula? Submultiple angle formula. Sin theta equals 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2. Okay. Using that formula, I am going to write that is sin A. Here 2 steps skipped, man. Actually 1 plus sin A would be the answer for this. So for this, let me write the formula. Sin theta equals 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2. Submultiple angle formula. Using that, I have written theta here. Okay. So theta by 2 means A by 2 is here. What is our theta then? A. So sin A. 1 plus sin A. This square goes to the other side, so we'll get plus or minus root of 1 plus sin A. Similar manner, if you take negative, it is 1 minus sin A, plus or minus square root of. When we add these two, we'll get the sin A by 2 value. When we subtract these two, we'll get cos A by 2 value. While subtracting, the change of sign means here minus or plus it will change. Okay. The sin A by 2 plus cos A by 2, that is expressed as root 2 sin A by 2 plus pi by 4. We need to find the range of A by 2 when it will be positive. Okay. Now, the whole expression is positive and that depends on the value of sin. Sin is positive where? In this quadrant, first quadrant sin is positive, second quadrant sin is positive. Okay. You remember A, S, T, C, all silver teacups. Here sin and reciprocal of sin, here all are positive. So, 0 to pi, how much it is? This theta varies from 0 to pi. So, 0 less than A by 2 plus pi by 4, that is less than pi. Okay. We need to find out the general answer, general solution. Okay. For that, I will be adding 2n pi on both sides. Plus A by 2 plus pi by 4 less than 2n pi plus pi. Why is it so? 2n pi means it's a complete solution, general solution. Not only for this 2 pi, how many degree it goes, like 1200 degree and all, we will see. Is it or not? So, that kind of generalization process it is 2n pi has to be added. That n is a integer here. Okay. Now, we need to figure out the range of A. This pi by 4 has to be removed. How this pi by 4 has to be removed? Subtracting pi by 4 on both sides. Then we will be having 2n pi minus pi by 4 less than A by 2. Pi by 4 minus pi by 4 gets cancelled. Only A by 2 will be there. 2n pi plus pi minus pi by 4. How much is pi minus pi by 4? Yes, it is 3 pi by 2n pi minus pi by 4. It is 2n pi plus 3 pi by 4, right? Okay. So, that is the range. Where do we find out this pi by 4? You know, from 0 to pi by 2, there is a pi by 4. Is it or not? 45 degree, man. Huh? So, 0 to pi by 2, there is a pi by 4. Okay. Can you see different color or same color? Same. Okay. Same but different. Yes. Somewhat it is different, right? Okay. Now, next pi by 4 will occur when it's pi minus pi by 4, right? Yes, man. Pi minus pi by 4 is how much? 3 pi by 4. So, here it is 3 pi by 4. Next pi by 4 will occur pi plus pi by 4. Then it is 5 pi by 4. Pi plus pi by 4. Then next pi by 4 will occur here. Either it is 2 pi minus pi by 4 or 3 pi by 2 plus pi by 4. I am going with the easy one. 2 pi minus pi by 4, it is 7 pi by 4. Okay. Now, using this one, we are going to say, see 2n pi minus pi by 4 means where it will come? Take n is equals 0 because n is an integer, I said, right? Suppose n is 0, then we will be having minus pi by 4. Is it or not? If n is 0, minus pi by 4, less than a by 2 less than here 3 pi by 4. Obviously our 3 pi by 4 is here. Minus pi by 4 where it is? This is minus pi by 4. The image of this, remember, anti-clockwise means positive, clockwise means negative. So this is minus pi by 4. So below this line it is positive. This is the range from minus pi by 4 to 3 pi by 4. Our s plus c is positive. Okay. So here s plus c is positive. Here also s plus c is positive. Then below this line negative. That is it. So s plus c is negative. Then here also s plus c is negative. Clear? What I mentioned here by s means that is sin a by 2. C means that is cos a by 2. Okay. This is for positive. What is about negative? S minus c. See, s minus c also we have to say in the same manner. We have to do the same manner. Similarly, if you take s minus c, same procedure, but here minus will come. Is it or not? Here I wrote something, no? Minus will come. So here a by 2 minus pi by 4 will come. Range still that is 0 to pi. So instead of subtracting pi by 4, we will be adding pi by 4. Yes. So that is 2n pi plus pi by 4 less than a by 2 less than, here also we are adding 2n pi plus pi plus pi by 4. Is it or not? Same step repeated. Instead of subtracting, we will be adding. Now what is our answer here? 2n pi plus pi by 4, not a problem. Less than a by 2 less than, here it is 5 pi by 4. Is it or not? Now here take n is equals 0. If you take n is equals 0, then you will be having pi by 4 pi by 4 pi by 4 less than a by 2 less than 5 pi by 4. Okay. Now where is pi by 4? Here. 5 pi by 4 here. From this line to this line, anti-clockwise rotation. S minus c is positive. Okay. S minus c is positive. From this line to, this point to this point. Then below this line, S minus c is negative. Okay. That is how we should find out the angle. Okay. How this will help us? Suppose you are calculating the value for 9 degree. 9 degree means what? It's half of 18 degree. That I will tell you how to calculate 9 degree. So 9 degree will falls in which category? Zero pi by 4. So in between this quadrant, s plus c is what? Positive. So we will take the positive result. So here s minus c is what? Negative. We will take the negative result. By solving these two equations, we will get sin 9 degree as well as cos 9 degree. You are not getting what I am saying. You see, initially we done one process, man. In that, sin a by 2 plus cos a by 2 we calculated. Sin a by 2 minus cos a by 2 we calculated. We ended up having plus or minus, minus or plus, like 4 different answers. What will come, we don't know. Now, here if it is positive based on 9 degree, that is positive if we surely know means plus or minus what we will choose? plus the other plus or minus also. Likewise here. That I will explain later. So far, this is how we should find out what plus we have to choose, what minus we have to choose, based on which part the angle lies. Okay. Copy this entire thing, write everything, draw this diagram. If possible, draw these two lines in the two different colors. Okay. Here. See man, that's continued from the previous one. You see, we need to find out this value, because you see previously we said plus or minus root of 1 plus sin A plus or minus root of 1 minus sin A. Is it or not? We don't know which value we should choose. So this value is positive or negative, we should choose. If positive, when it is positive. If negative, when it is negative, we should choose. Sorry, we should find. Okay. So that value is equal to this. This gives us the idea that as this is sine stays positive from 0 to pi. If the sine crosses this border, it will be negative. So if this theta, whatever inside, is below, is between 0 and pi, means sine stays positive. From this, I equated the general interval for a by 2 to become positive. So in this interval, it is positive. The other interval, apart from this, remaining things, it is negative. That is the thing. Initially, I said 0 to pi, sine is positive. Below that, it is negative, right? Same like this line, I said it is positive. Okay. Below that, it is negative. Clear? Okay. 5 pi by 4 is there, pi by 4 is there. That is for S minus C. For S minus C only I got. Okay. So this is for S minus C. This is workload. This workout is for S plus C. Okay. Finish writing this. Followed by, we will be solving the value of sine 9 degree as well as cos 9 degree we are going to solve. Okay. So, is it possible to calculate directly what is sine 9 degree, what is cos 9 degree? No, it is not. Instead of calculating sine 9 degree and cos 9 degree directly, let me calculate sine 9 degree plus cos 9 degree. It is what we need to write. Okay. Like sin a by 2 plus cos a by 2, that equals plus or minus root of 1 plus sin a, right? Is it or not? So this expression I am going to make it as sin 9 degree plus cos 9 degree. Then here we will be having root of 1 plus sin 18 degree. The problem is plus or minus two values. Either positive we should choose or negative we should choose. Look at the angle. This is a by 2, right? This a by 2 is what? 9 degree. 9 degree means in this diagram, previously we done this, right? In this diagram, 9 degree lies in which part? This part. Like this cross lines I written, right? This part. So along this quadrant, S plus C. S plus C means, S means sin A by 2, C means cos A by 2. So this S plus C is positive or negative? So we should choose the positive one. This is general. In this positive or negative, we will choose based on this diagram. Okay. So we have that A is equals 18 degree. Is it or not? So sin 9 degree plus cos 9 degree will be square root of 1 plus sin 18 degree. That I wrote already. So sin 18 degree, it is what? Root 5 minus 1 by 4 previous sections we solved. So that is square root of this 4 can be cross multiplied. So 4 minus 1, it is 3 minus root 5 by 2. Why 2? This 4 alone, the general 4 alone, I take it as common out of the root. Okay. 2 more steps is skipped. Okay. Now, yes. Next. It's not 3 plus, oh yes, sorry, my bad. 3 plus root 5. Now, sin 9 degree minus cos 9 degree. For that we know the value. It is sin a by 2 minus cos a by 2 means plus or minus root of 1 minus sin a. This plus or minus, how will you choose? Based on this a by 2 value. A by 2 lies in which part? This part of the diagram, and in this part s minus c is what? Negative. So it is plus or minus? Minus root of 1 minus sin a. Okay. So that is the use of this diagram. That is why you worked out this hardly. Now 15 degree if you want to find. Is it possible to find using this diagram or not? Yes. Because 15 is a half of 30. Same like sin 15 plus cos 15 will write. Here 30 will write. 30 degree value we know. Using this diagram, 30 degree lies in which part? Same part. Okay. Suppose above 45, what you can say? It's above 45, 60 is there, and then 60 plus 15, 75 if you want to find. Suppose I am saying 150. Suppose the value like comes like that, means we will use this diagram. Suppose that angle lies in this part, we use accordingly. Both becomes positive, the positive result we use. Okay. That is the use of this diagram. Shall I erase this? That is it. After this we don't need this diagram. Okay. So let us continue. This is what? Minus root of 1 minus root 5 minus 1 by 4. That is minus root of 4 minus of minus means it will become plus. So we will be having 5 minus root 5 by 2. I just cut short on the few more steps. If you want, I will write. Cross multiply this negative inside. So minus root 5 plus 1. 4 plus 1, that is 5. 5 minus root 5 by 2. Okay. Have you understood or shall I write? Okay. So that is sin 9 degree plus cos 9 degree value we found out like this. And this one we found out like this. I am marking this is 1 and this is 2. Now what happens 1 plus 2? When you add these two, what you will get is 2 sin 9 degree. Is it or not? 2 sin 9 degree. So this plus, this is what? Root 3 plus root 5 by 2 minus root of 5 minus root 5 by 2, right? The other value. Plus means here already it is minus there. Okay. Then 2 sin 9 degree is 1 by 2, we can take it out. Yes, tell me. Root of 3 plus root 5. Okay. Extended root. So root of 3 plus root 5 minus root of 5 minus root 5. Then the value of sin 9 degree is 1 by 4 root of 3 plus root 5 minus root of 5 minus root 5. Okay. That is the value of sin 9 degree. Cos 9 degree, instead of adding these two, we have to subtract. Subtract means this will become positive. So, we will be getting 2 cos 9 degree. So, this subtracted this. So, that minus will become what? Plus. So, our final answer would be 1 by 4 root of 3 plus root 5 plus root of 5 minus root 5. So, this is sin 9 degree and cos 9 degree. So, if sin 9 degree value is this, means that equals cos 81 degree. Remember, cos 9 is means one offer will be given to us, that is sin 81 degree. Clear? So, for this only we struggled that much. Okay. Next. Have you completed writing? Make it fast, make it fast.